6.
Okay, we are back on record on pre-trial for this petition and this child. May I have the names of our participants, please?
Katerina Dumont, lawyer guardian ad litem.
Naja Thomas, counsel for the department. Ms. Salinas.
Emily Salinas with the department.
Michael McFarland representing mother, and I have an update on that. I have made contact.
Okay, and then sir, whoever is joining us from the jail, could you give us your name, please? I'm sorry?
Here is Colin.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. All right. You can go first, Mr. McFarland. We'll get into the brief sidebar that we had ahead of time. And so any comments on that as well?
Yeah, I think they'll cover what I'm saying, Your Honor. Ms. Jill Tipton presented me with a phone number for my client. I called her, attempted to give her the Zoom information. Our reception was really horrible, Your Honor. She had difficulty listening to me. She did indicate she's not yet received the petition. She wants to read it. She wants to review it with me. So my thought back in our sidebars that we do an adjournment for service on her since we have been able to find a phone number.
Thomas?
Thank you, Honor. As it relates to the scheduled trial for February 11th, the department was also going to move for an adjournment as we have not been able to serve her. Ms. Tipton is the ongoing foster care worker, and she has provided us with another affidavit of efforts in addition to the one that was completed in December. It's my understanding that now Ms. Tipton, just this past week or very recently, was able to contact mom and hopefully we'll have a stable address for her. But otherwise, we have no objection to that adjournment for trial. We would like for her to be able to consult with her attorney and present any discovery she may have and prepare for that to the best of her ability.
Okay, Ms. Dumont.
Your Honor, I have no objection to an adjournment. My child is doing very well in her current placement. So.
All right. I can look at that piece. What about the putative father issue? Obviously, Mr. Collins is here with us today. It looks like one of the outstanding issues as it relates to that piece of the case was DNA testing. Was there any progress on that point?
No, Your Honor. It's my understanding that we would need an order from the court for us to be able to get that referral and pay for the DNA testing. If we can take testimony from Mr. Collins to determine whether it's possible that he could be the putative father, and if he's interested in pursuing that, I would appreciate it.
Looks like I do have an affidavit of efforts as well as it relates to Charlotte Barnett that was filed January 23rd, as well as it looks like the clerk's office, rather than leaving it floating, maybe just put some ICWA information in the file already. So I would need some testimony probably on that piece as well. That looks like that was one of the other outstanding issues, was that inquiry. There's an amended petition filed January 7th that also has some ICWA indications of ICWA information on it. So if you could just clarify what all that looks like, I would appreciate it.
Yes, Your Honor. On the December 17th, or at the December 17th hearing, there was testimony from Ms. Salinas about the ICWA documentation, and we needed to complete that with the Sioux tribes, I believe. And so the ICWA documentation that's provided in the file, she was tasked with filing that in person and circulating it. So I believe that that is part of what you're seeing. And then when we filed the amended petition, we also included the documents that I had in my file, just so the court received those.
Very good. Mr. McFarland, did you receive copies of those?
I did. I do have a brief commentary.
Go ahead.
A couple of them on the green slips were both signed and printed as required for certified mail, restricted delivery. The rest of them, the U.S. Post Office didn't follow through, and they either just signed or they printed. But there is some notification, or there is some acknowledgement it has been received. I don't know if that's sufficient enough of a defect on those or not. That's my commentary.
Okay, Ms. Dumont, did you receive those documents?
Yes, Your Honor, I've received them.
Do you have any comments?
No comments.
Looks like there are some dates as far as when they were received by DHS's mailroom. Mr. McFarland, I don't know if you saw that, but at a minimum, it would have been December 27th.
I did.
The one from Omaha, there's one from Nebraska, it looks like it was received December 26th. So I would encourage you to look at those pieces as well. And then there's a couple of letters too attached to the newest filing to see if those would satisfy your concerns.
Yep, I did receive those. I have reviewed those and had a chance to chat with my client, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Thomas, to one of the points that you made, there was an order for DNA testing that came out of the last pretrial hearing on December 17th, 2024. So Ms. Salinas, were you aware of that?
Of the DNA testing.
Oh, okay. How do you intend to proceed from this point as it relates to Mr. Collins?
I'm getting a DNA tested, of course, but what are you asking?
Has the referral been made?
For the DNA testing, I'm not sure. That might be through Jill.
Okay, all right, so maybe we could check with Ms. Ms. Thomas, how do you want to proceed on as it relates to Mr. Collins? You said you wanted to talk with him. You want me to swear him in?
Yeah, yes, Your Honor.
All right, Deputy Hughes, if you could swear in Mr. Collins, please.
Mr. Collins, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah.
Please raise your right hand. You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yeah.
Good morning, Mr. Collins. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Collins, do you know a Charlotte Barnett?
We could do like a breakout room.
Mr. Collins, we're on the record, and so I'm just asking to confirm whether you know Miss Charlotte Barnett.
Yeah, no.
Okay. And there was a child born this year. Would you have engaged in activity that could have produced a child with her?
The what?
Did you engage in any activity that could have produced a child with her that was born this year?
Actually born October 28th, 2024.
I don't know how to answer that. Can I get an attorney?
I'm having trouble understanding your responses, Mr. Collins. Could you lean forward a little bit? Basically, what we need to know is if we should DNA test you. This child was born October 28th, 2024. So were you engaged in a relationship with Ms. Barnett somewhere last year in January, February?
I don't know if I should be even speaking. Should I have my own attorney?
I can't understand what you're saying. Can you move
Should I
closer
have
to the
my own
microphone?
attorney?
Well, you'll be entitled to an attorney if you're determined to be the legal father of the child. Are you interested in becoming or being considered as the legal father of this child? That's why you're here. We just need to know if you think you might be the father.
Oh, I don't think I'm the father, but I guess I'll do a test.
All right, you're willing to do a DNA test?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else, Ms. Thomas?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, anything else from our attorneys?
No.
Okay, Mr. Collins, so what's gonna happen then is somebody from the Department of Health and Human Services, DHS is gonna reach out to you to set that up. Are you gonna be incarcerated for a while, or you think you're gonna be out soon?
I might be getting out soon.
Okay, so what would be, and hang on, I'm gonna take us off YouTube.